This video is recorded on location at LA Mood Comics and Games. Hello and welcome to Game 1 between Ryan playing Esper and Markus playing Rakdos Control. Markus starts us off with the Temple of Malice and he keeps the card on top. Ryan plays the Temple of Enlightenment and keeps it on top. Markus plays a Swamp and passes. Ryan plays the Temple of Deceit and keeps it on top. At the beginning of the end step, Markus plays a Magma Jet, keeping one card on top and putting the other one at the bottom. Markus plays a Mountain. He then plays an Underworld Connection on the Swamp. Ryan plays an untapped Watery Grave, followed by the Tension Sphere naming Underworld Connections. Markus just passes. Ryan plays the Temple of Enlightenment and keeps it on top. At the beginning of the end step, Markus plays a Magma Jet. He puts one card on top and one at the bottom. At the beginning of Markus' end step, Ryan cycles Azoria's Charm. Ryan plays a Temple of Silence and keeps it on top. Markus just passes the turn. Ryan plays a Blood Baron of Escopa, followed by a Hallowed Fountain. Markus plays a Mizzium Mortis on the Blood Baron. Ryan plays an Azoria's Charm. He then plays a Temple of Deceit, keeping the card on top. Markus just passes it back. Ryan plays a Hallowed Fountain. Markus plays a Reed of Bones, which is met with a Dissolve. Ryan keeps it on top. Ryan plays a second Blood Baron, which is met with a Mizzium Mortis from Markus. Ryan plays a Temple of Enlightenment and ships it on the bottom. Markus plays a Temple of Malice and puts it at the bottom. Ryan just passes. Markus plays a Lightning Strike. Ryan casts a Jace Architect of Thought and uses his -2 ability. Markus separates the Dissolve while Ryan takes the lands. Markus casts Dreadbore on the Jace. Ryan plays a Temple of Deceit, putting the card at the bottom. Markus plays a Swamp and casts a Master of Cruelties, which is met with a Hero's Downfall from Ryan. Ryan plays Jace and uses his -2 ability. Markus separates the Revelation and Ryan takes it. Finally, he plays a Godless Shrine. Markus Dreadbores the Jace. Ryan passes. Markus plays the Temple of Malice, keeping the card on top. He then casts a Desecration Demon. Ryan, at the beginning of the end step, plays a Sphinx Revelation for 9. He then plays a Temple of Silence, keeping the card on top. He then casts an Elspeth using her +1 ability, which is followed with a Blood Baron. Markus plays a Dreadbore on the Elspeth. At the beginning of combat, Ryan sacrifices a token to the demon. Ryan places the Tension Sphere on the demon, he then attacks with the T. Markus Doomblades one of the tokens and still takes 5 from the rest. Ryan plays a Temple of Deceit and keeps the card on top. He then plays a Jace and uses his -2 ability. Markus separates the Sphinx Revelation, which Ryan takes. Markus plays a Rakdos Return for 4 and redirects the damage to Jace. Ryan discards a Hallowed Fountain, a Hero's Downfall, a Far and Away, and a Detention Sphere. Ryan attacks for 5. Markus plays a Mountain, followed by a Desecration Demon. Ryan casts a Sphinx Revelation for 11. Markus doesn't see an out, so he scoops him up, giving Ryan the win. Remember to like and subscribe for more Friday Night Magics coming your way.